In this second video of Module 2, we will start by looking at the first stage of the WhatsApp funnel, which is about how you can start making money by promoting to the contacts you already have. So many people start from this stage. I even know about an affiliate who made his first 1 million naira on Expert from just promoting a product to people on his WhatsApp contact list. I'm saying this because I don't want to just dismiss this video. This video is very important. So basically, what we are doing here is to learn how to use WhatsApp to sell to people who already know you. And we're talking about the people you have on your phone and WhatsApp contacts, your email contacts, your social media contacts like your Facebook friends, your Twitter followers, your Instagram followers. And that is because many of these people already know you, like you, or trust you. So there is a 4-step formula you can use to do this. And the idea is that you start by posting or sending a subtle interest-generating content to these people to prompt them to respond via WhatsApp if they are interested in what you are talking about. If they respond, then you take it up from there. So step 1 is what I just said. You use interest-generating content to get them to respond. Step 2 is you qualify them. Step 3 is you sell to them. Step 4 is you tackle their objections. So I'm going to be explaining all of these things and how you are going to be implementing it. So let's start with selling to your phone and WhatsApp contacts. In order for you to sell an affiliate product to people on your phone or your WhatsApp list, the first thing you have to do is to be sure that you have people who are actually going to be interested in the products on your phone list. So for example, what I'm basically saying is that if you are promoting a product that has to do with fabrics, for example, fashion designing fabrics, and on your phone contact list, you don't have people in there who are into design and fabrics and fashion designing, there is no need for you to try and promote to them because most likely they won't be interested in that product. So once you've done this, then you start with step 1, which is to use interest-generating content to get them to respond. So what I mean is that you put up content that will make these people shut you up in your DM and say something like, hey, how far with this thing? Just posted. Like they would be like, oh, I would like to know more about this, or I'm interested. So you want to put up the content that will make people say something like that. That is how you begin to sell to people who are already on your phone or your WhatsApp list. You arouse interest. And there are 2 ways for you to arouse interest. The first way is that you post certain content on your WhatsApp status that will get their attention and cause a response. I'm going to talk more about this in video 4 of Module 2. The second way is for you to arouse the interest of the people you already have in your WhatsApp contact by broadcasting a message to them. So basically what you do here is that you create a broadcast group, adding people who are likely to be interested in the product you want to promote, and then you send them a message. The truth actually about this strategy of promoting to your WhatsApp contacts only works for products that have massive markets. So for example, it can work for money-making products, it can work for weight loss products, it can work for travel-related topics. So what you just do is that you pick any of those that suits your contact list, then send them a subtle, non-direct message. Subtle non-direct message, and you are leading with a non-direct message because if you lead with, let's say you're promoting a money-making product and then you lead with a message that says, hey, would you like to make some extra money? Most people are not going to respond because they're going to be on the defensive, because that's how we human beings are. We will think that, oh, this person wants to scam me or something like that. So we will be on the defensive unless it is somebody that we really know. Now, once they respond, you are going to pick up the conversation based on how they respond and direct it towards the subject you want to discuss. I'm going to explain more on how to do this, so don't worry. So for people who don't respond to your broadcast message, you can send them another broadcast with a different message in the next few days. Just make sure you have removed the names of people who have responded from the broadcast group before doing so. So here is an example of a subtle non-direct message to send. So let's say I want to promote my 72 IG products to people who are on my WhatsApp contact list. I could just send them a message that says something like, "Hi, it's Monday or Tuesday or whatever, and I just thought of checking on you. Hope you are fine." That's just a subtle non-direct message. I'm just kind of like checking up on you. And think about it. If you get such a message from someone won't you reply? Any normal person is going to reply. So they will probably say something like, "Yeah, I'm fine," or "How are you doing too?" or "We thank God," or "You," or "What have you been up to?" Things like that. And once they reply, the main thing you want to look out for is where they are asking about you too. You just asked about them. So usually people are going to respond by asking about you too. And once they do that, you simply say something like, "Oh, I'm fine. It has not been easy, but God has been really good to me." And they will say something like, "Oh, that's good," or "Great," or "Amazing," or they can say, "What's going on with you?" And this is when you drop a hint about the transformation going on in your life or the discovery you just made as regards the products you are promoting. Maybe something on weight loss, or something on travel, or something on making money. But you don't directly say something like, "Oh, I found a way to make money," or "Oh, I found a way to get a visa," or "Oh, I found a way to actually lose weight." That's not how you go about it. Instead, what you are going to do is to combine two news in your life. Now, these two news is why you told this person before that God has been really good to me. So this is how you go about it. The first news you tell them about must not be something that is going to overshadow the second news, which is what you want them to focus on. So basically what I'm saying is that you're going to give them two good news about what is going on in your life. The first news is not going to be too deep. The second one is going to be the one that you really want them to focus on because it has to do with the product you want to promote. Are you following me here? So, good news number one, shallow, not destructive. Good news number two, what you want them to ask you more questions about, what you basically want to talk about. So let's say you want to move the conversation towards weight loss. You won't say something like, "My sister just delivered a baby girl and I also finally lost the 10 kg I have been struggling with since 4 years ago." If you do that, what's going to happen is that this person might just begin to now say, "Congratulations about your sister's baby girl," and basically, divert the communication towards that. And that is not what we want. So instead, you will say something like, "I have started reading some self-development books and I finally lost the extra 15 kg I have been carrying around since." Then you might even insert a picture in there about you, transforming your body. And when you do something like that, the conversation immediately moves towards your new weight loss. And then they can ask more questions about it if they are interested. Let me show you another example for a money-making product. So here I could just basically say, I've been posting more on social media. Then I can put some emojis right there. And I also started making some extra money with affiliate marketing. Now, I have been posting more on social media. It's a news that is not going to get them to ask more questions. But I also started making some extra money online with affiliate marketing. It's going to prompt this person to ask more questions, especially if they are interested in making more money. So they are going to probably ask you something like, "What do you mean?" or "What is affiliate marketing?" or "Oh, I've been hearing about affiliate marketing. Tell me more about it." So that's basically it. Now, at this stage, if the person doesn't show interest in your weight loss or any transformation in good news number 2, at this stage, there is no need for you to force it. It just means they are not interested. You don't have to force it. Just move on. But if they show interest, it's time for you to qualify them. And that is step 2. You have to qualify them. So how exactly do you do that? What does it mean to qualify them? Now, even though they've shown interest, it doesn't really mean that they are really deep into that stuff. So sometimes it might just be because of curiosity. And that is why you want to qualify them to know if you can actually go deep with them. Qualifying them is mainly about asking them a series of questions that gets them to commit to the topic, that gets them to commit to progress. So let's say you post something about how to make $500K or $1,000 a month working as a freelancer, and someone says they are interested. For most people, what they will do at this point is to start to sell them hard. But don't do that. Instead, start by saying something like, it's not for everyone. Can you commit 2 hours daily? So when you ask that kind of question, most people are going to say yes. So you will respond with something like, I'm really serious. This is not like MMM. You will be working for various companies online and they will be giving you deadlines to achieve. Is that something you can do? And majority of people are going to say yes again. So you will say something like, all right then, let me ask you one more question. Do you have a laptop or a good smartphone you can work with? And most likely they're going to say yes again. Now, if you look at these 3 questions, this person has said yes 3 times, which means it's called micro commitment. They've said yes 3 times. They've simply told themselves that I'm willing to commit myself to doing this. And the thing about commitment is that when people do micro commitment, they are usually willing to go the way, to actually prove to themselves that I really want to do this. And this is when you move them to step 3. This is when you begin to start selling the products you want to promote. And eventually give them your affiliate link to check out the product's VSL or sales page and make a purchase. And when they check out the product's VSL or sales page, they can go ahead and buy the products you are promoting, or they can come back to you on WhatsApp and ask questions. If they come back to you on WhatsApp and ask questions, it's time to go into step 4, which is about tackling objections. What do I mean? One of the main reasons why people don't buy, even when they are interested in something and then they have the money to buy it, is because of doubts and concerns in their minds. It's what I call objections. So you must be ready to answer the questions you have. So you must be ready to answer the questions they have. And if you work on your research part about the product, you will be able to do this easily. As a good affiliate, you should have an idea of the type of questions people are going to ask about the product you are selling. The questions people are going to ask will depend on the product. But for a product about making money, the questions are actually something like, does this work? Is this real? How soon can I start making more money? Which other money do I have to spend? What happens if this doesn't work? So usually for making money, these are kind of like the same questions that people ask all the time. And you know what? Our in-house copywriter, that is my copywriter, Uche Okoro, he has created a PDF titled WhatsApp Sales Script and Dialogue. So this PDF is included in this module. Let me just see it here. So this is the PDF. It's called the WhatsApp Sales Script and Dialogue. So just go through this. It helps you. So this PDF shows you how to tackle most objections and examples of what to say. The PDF also gives you a better understanding of how to go about qualifying people. And then with the information in the PDF, you will be able to create a sales message for any product you want to sell by following the sales scripts and templates included in the PDF. And finally, you will see an example of a WhatsApp sales dialogue that will help you know how to communicate with prospects and get them to buy. So please make sure you go through the WhatsApp sales scripts and dialogue PDF. Now let's talk about selling to your email contacts if you have one. If you have a list of email contacts, all you have to do to start is to generate interest and then lead the conversation to WhatsApp. So this means you will end your email with a call to action that gets them to start chatting with you on WhatsApp. And for you to actually do this, you need to create a WhatsApp link at wa.link. There is more information on how to do this in the rest of this model, so don't worry about that WhatsApp link for now. So the email you will be sending to them will be first to generate interest. If they show interest, then you continue the conversation from there. So the first email you send to them doesn't actually need to have any link in it. You only attach the WhatsApp link when they have shown interest. So the email you send to them can be something like this. All right. Now, if you look at this email, it's not so straight. This email is also like, hey, I hope you and your family are fine and staying safe, blah, 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 blah. But then it now says, as for me, I have been reading some interesting books about improving one's income and doing business online. In fact, there is one book titled Where the Money Is by Tony Motocho. It talks about 7 high profit businesses one can do today. It's a good read. If you are interested, let me know so I can send you a copy. That's all. Okay? That's all. So, and if they respond to that they want the book, that tells you that they are interested in making money. So you simply send them another email that is like this. All right, I have attached the book to this email. However, I will suggest that you pay attention to business number 3 in the book. It's called affiliate marketing. Can you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm basically trying to get them more interested in the affiliate marketing. I said so because that is the one I have tried, and so far I am making an average of 126k a week with it. Then you can even share a screenshot of to prove what you just said about making 126k a week. Then you say I can provide more information about that business model based on my experience. I don't think we should move this conversation to WhatsApp. It's much easier. Don't you think? Click this link so we can chat on WhatsApp, and then you introduce your WhatsApp link to them. If they get in touch with you via WhatsApp, this means they are very interested. So it's time for you to now go into the qualification and commitment step, and from then move on to step 3, which is where you use your subscript and give them your affiliate link for them to buy, and then move ahead to tackle their objections until they make a purchase. So what about social media? So many people have high number of followers on social media. So how do you sell to them? For your social media followers, you will also be starting with a not so direct message. So you can start with something like this that simply says, guys, I think I might have stumbled on a genuine and much simpler way of making extra money online. I'm sure it's not pyramid scheme or the MMM type, but I need to try it out first for the next 1 or 2 weeks and see how it goes, because one can't be too sure these days. I will post my feedback soon, and that's just all. That's just all you post. No need for you to be aggressive and pushy about it. Then in a week's time, you basically come back and update that post and post something like this. Sorry guys, I have been busy with the new money making method I posted about a week ago. I actually thought it would take me at least 3 weeks to start making money, but I am surprised that I already got my first sale or my first payment, which is 17k or any amount. I know I will make more because I'm seeing guys like me making as much as 250k a week with this already, and then you can share somebody else's income screenshots. Anyway, this is my feedback. I heard that money likes speed, so I need to get back to this thing and take it serious. If you want the full details of this money making activity or business or whatever, chat me up here and then you give them your WhatsApp link. And you know what? And when you do this, you are going to get a lot of people interested, and they will quickly chat you up to get more details about what you are talking about. And this means they are interested. So when they chat you up on WhatsApp, you can qualify them and move them again to the selling stage. So basically, if you look through all these examples for email contacts, for WhatsApp contacts, for your social media followers, you are going to see that it's all about this 4-step formula that you are using, which is you use interest generating content to get them to respond, you qualify them, you sell to them, and then of course you tackle their objections, you answer the questions they have at the back of their mind why they haven't bought. So as you can see, what the step 1 usually does is to help you get interested people into your WhatsApp DM. From there, you can now qualify them, sell the product to them using a sales script, and then tackle their objections if there is a need for that. So you are going to get better at this as you do it often. Another thing you can do anyway at this point is that you can also tap into the network of your contacts. So what I mean is that sometimes you have access to people who also have huge contacts that you can tap into. So I'm talking about people like your friends, your church members, your colleagues, who have access to massive audiences. Some people likely have access to WhatsApp groups, friends networks, Facebook groups, social media followers that are massive. So you can basically tap into the network of all these people who have all of these contacts, but who do not know how to make money. And what you basically do is that you talk to them and promise to give them a percentage of your income if they work with you. If they agree, great. If not, simply move on. So what about if you do not have any WhatsApp contact list? You do not have any email list, you don't have any social media followers, or the people on your list are people who are not interested in the product you want to promote. So what do? And actually, this is exactly where the main business is. I said that because if you really want to make huge money, if you really want to make mega money in this business, you have to learn how to reach out to people who don't know you and convert these people into buyers of the products that you are selling. And thank God for the internet and social media. It's easier for us these days to convert strangers into friends, to convert strangers into customers. And that is what is going to be the focus of the next video in this module. And right now, you may now continue to module 2, video 3.